would do the next day on the back of a loss like that. What did you get up to on Sunday?
Well, I decided to go shooting. I needed to vent.
You went to the shooting range. What do we call it? A shooting range?
Yeah, I went to Russell Mark, the Olympic gold medalist, and Lauren Marks.
You may as well go to the top.
May as well go to the top, and it is absolutely sensational out there in Werribee. And you go out there, and it was great. So many people out there. But I was knocked out. I expected it to be a professional setup, but this is sensational. This is just great. And you get up and you learn how to shoot. If anyone's out there, you want to have a really good, like a Bucks weekend, but rather than going out and being silly, you can go in the square afterwards, but go and have, or a team building situation.
Preferably not beforehand.
No, we're not allowed to.
Who's out there? So who's shooting? Describe to me who's basically.
Russell, but they've got gun clubs out there. Sporting clubs, proper things.
I know, but is there women, men, kids,
men, women, children? I mean, I took my son out. And Joe, and he went really well. So, but from a team bonding exercise, you know how you always have all these things that officers go to. This is great because there's a skill. You learn a skill. It's not shooting as in you're not shooting any animals or anything like that. You're not. No,
not like the American dentist.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's not like releasing the wildlife.
You see shooting, people, get all upset these days. But
you didn't do a drive-by in the Lexus?
I tell you what, I wanted to do this morning. I'm glad I didn't have the gun in the back of the car there. But more to the point, you find out the kids who are pretty good on the games, the Sony PlayStations and things like that, have almost got natural affinity for it now. So there's a lot of kids who might want to actually get into a sport that leads to Olympics and Commonwealth Games and international sport. Well, this is a good one.
Speaking of Olympic gold medal winners in that event, Russell Mark joins us on the line. What was it like when the man in the suit turned up at the range? Russell, how did he go?
I was terrified after the way his team played the day before.
Did my name come up, Russell?
Hey, I've got to admit, Eddie surprised me. He shot very well. So did his young bloke, but I think the highlight for me for the day was young Joe struggled a bit at the start. I gave him a gun that didn't quite fit him, and I just happened to have the gun that I actually won in the Atlanta Olympics with. Beretta had fixed it all up, and it's worth about $35,000. So I gave Joe a shot of that and straight away started hitting things. And Joe turned to Eddie and said, I really like this gun. And Eddie said, what's it worth? I've never seen a guy turn so white.
$35,000. I thought, there you go. He's thrown to his mum here. Yeah. He's got the most expensive thing that George straight away. So it doesn't come in a Prada, does it?
Ed bought two of them, of course, Russell, once he worked that out. Now, what did he turn up in? Was it a safari suit? Because he'd have a shooting suit, surely, is one of the...
No, they were on their best behaviour. I've got to say, it was a pleasure. And Eddie did surprise me how well he shot. He put some prescription glasses on, and I tell you what, he was a different person. When he could see what he was shooting at, he was dangerous.
Now, tell me, you've had some big clients in your time. Who were you more intimidated by, Eddie McGuire or the Sultan of Brunei's brother? Who you taught to shoot
They're
for?
worth about as much.
You tell me this is true. You told me this story that when you were teaching him to shoot, that he didn't even put the bullets in his own gun. He had a guy following him around with a cushion.
Doesn't everyone?
With the bullets on it. Have I got that right?
The Sultan of Brunei's little brother has an entourage of about 50, Nick. It wasn't just one. It was about 50. And what I remember of Brunei, every time the Sultan's little brother would hit a target, everyone would clap. And every time he'd miss, everyone would just look up at the sky or stare at the ground. There was a lot of silence. He wasn't hitting an awful lot.
Hey, Russell, great to catch up with you. We've got a great picture of Ed on Twitter, MMM Hot Breakfast, out at Russell's range. And if you want to get out there, how do we find you, Russell, if you want to get out and have a day out with you and Lauren?
It's an easy one, mate. It's 1-800-SHOOTING or goshooting.com.au. Thanks for the plug, guys.
Thanks, Russell. Good stuff. So 1-800-SHOOTING or goshooting.com.au.
We should do a team bonding exercise. Why don't we all go out?
Yeah, I'd love to go out shooting with you, blokes.
I think a Dick Cheney-style incident might be on the cards.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, Mick.
Three went out, 2 came back.
I'm getting texts now from people sending me photos with these stupid tissue boxes.
That was a big hit this morning on Clarendon Street.
Yeah. Joe stuck it from Crowds.
Joe picked up a box tissue on the way through.
Someone just flung these at me on Clarendon Street. Thank you, Joe.
Good on you, Joe.
Yeah.
26 minutes past 8. This is Triple M's Hot Breakfast. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse.